Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to the stream. My name is GieTe, and I'll be taking you guys through this matchup and two more matches tonight. First off, we got Sprout versus Kinguin in a best-of-1 here on Inferno. Next match tonight is going to be AAA versus Red Reserve. Third and final map that I'm going to be covering on this channel tonight is going to be Stiffmeister versus Devisen. I'm looking forward to cover these matches for you guys, and I hope you guys will enjoy it as well. Let's get into the mix. Sprout picking up the knife round, starting on that CT side. Kinguin going for some early aggression up towards the apps towards A. Trying to find the angle in towards the side. Speedy, beautiful double headshot. Denny's chiming in as well. He gets the double. And it's going to be all on Mouse. 1-on-4 situation. Not much he can do. Denny's missing a bunch of his shots, but Mouse doing his absolute best to try and get the bomb down. Will be able to do exactly that. Innocent picking him off. And Sprout picking up the pistol. I see we have a lot of new guys in the chat, and I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. As mentioned, I hope you guys are having a nice day so far. It is Monday, and a lot of people hate the Mondays. Someone who doesn't hate Mondays is me. I love them because on Mondays we get to cover matches like these. Sprout versus Kinguin. I'm all about watching CS as much as possible. Today is no different. Kinguin for this one actually going for a force buy rather than saving their economy for the early full buy. Opening up nicely here in Mihu. Finding a beautiful headshot with the deagle. Bit of a slow start to the round here for Kinguin. I've already gotten the initial frag. Oh, that flash is absolutely perfect. Fox finding the pick on Crystal as well. They realize that there are two more players over towards B. Because of that, going for the quick rotation back towards the A bomb site. There's only one defender on A. That's going to be Speedy. Sitting close towards the side, all on his lonesome. Won't get a kill. Mutt takes a bit of damage. Nice return fire. NATO Safix chiming in with 2 of his own. Looking for even more. Won't be able to fight it. Innocent down to just 2 HP. Finds the frag on Rallin close towards the side. But Mihu should be able to pick this one up. No, he goes for the reload in the open. Why? I'm baffled. Innocent finding the triple. NATO Safix with the double. And Sprout picking up the 2-0. What was that? Why would you ever go for the reload in the open in a 1-on-1? If you have no bullets, at least hide, please. Either way, Kinguin will have enough money for a full buy. Utility is scarce. They don't have too much to work with in that regard. They have 2 smokes, 2 flashes. Not taking a decent amount of damage here. Mihu getting 3 kills, one of them being his teammate. It doesn't matter too much. Still trading in favor of Kinguin. Mutt has taken a good amount of damage. Mihu will go down. And now it's back slightly in favor of Sprout. Even more so now as the bomb goes down. Fox deciding to go for the peak with the bomb all on his own. Rallin now going to be left alone in a 1-on-2 situation up against Innocent and Speedy. Innocent fairly low on HP. Speedy up in the apps. Innocent over on the archway, but he goes down to Rellin. Speedy, oh, I love this. I love this. He's on the hunt. He's on the prowl. And he finds the frag. 3-0 for Sprout. Very sporadic rounds. Back and forth. And few mistakes here and there from both teams. But in the end, Sprout comes out on top. At least for now. 3-0. Now, their economy is not that great, but this one, the silver lining here is that Sprout are now going to be, or should at least be, in a somewhat easy situation, considering that Kinguin, their economy is low as well. They're going to be on a bit of an eco here with a few upgraded pistols. Kevlar on Rellin, that's about it. NATO Sapphics opening up nicely with that headshot from the AWP down towards the T-stairs. See, we got my boy Dean chiming in, tuning in for the stream. I appreciate that, Dean. Thank you so much. I hope you get everything fixed. So you had some issues getting your stream on HLTV. I might be able to help with that later tonight after my matches. So hit me up on that Discord. I'll try to help you out. Mihu, the only man to find a frag here for Kinguin, and Sprout picking up what should have been an easy round and what was an easy round as well, making it 4-0. Sprout, a pretty good trajectory already with that 4-0 lead. Now finally Kinguin with enough money for a full buy, and this time around plenty of utility. If there's something we've learned from watching the Major this weekend, it is how incredibly important utility is on a map like Inferno. We saw it in the Major, how Cloud9 was able to shut down FaZe on this exact map in the third map in the Grand Final by using their utility in a good manner, shutting down the time completely and keeping FaZe off of the site. The question is here, can Sprout redo that on their CT side, or can Kinguin actually use their utility on an aggressive approach to open up sites instead? NATO Sapphics going for the peek with the AWP, just a shoulder peek for now. Takes a bit of damage, but falls back with his life intact. A 1-for-1 trade in this round, but not much time to work with anymore. Only 30, well, not even 25 seconds on the clock. Going for the smoke towards CT. It's merely a fake, and Sprout, they're not buying it at all. They still got a player in CT. That's going to be Crystal. NATO Sapphics and Speedy holding on towards that A bomb site. Speedy, yet another, and NATO Sapphics with the triple. NATO Sapphics, the stand-in for Sprout, doing God's work at this point. He's hit a bunch of pretty nice shots already, and helped Sprout out in tough situations on this map already against Kinguin. 5-0. Off to a good start for Sprout yet again. Kinguin this time around, yet another eco. Molly towards top of Banana. Innocent getting completely blinded, but in the meantime he burns. Fox, Crystal chiming in. Triple spray down. Gets the quad kill as well. Could have been the ace, but Innocent stealing it with the fire and the flames. 6-0. Very nice, easy, clean, and fast round for Sprout. See you guys saying that NATO Sapphics is a You know, the new 5th on Sprout. I must admit, last thing I saw was that NATO Safix was going to be standing in for them. That's all I saw. I think he's still playing for LPSP, which is Resix, Netric, SMF, and Percy. And I believe he's just standing in for Sprout, at least according to the information I have. But as I've come to learn over the couple of years that I've been casting, Twitch chat is always right, so I'm not gonna argue with you. He might be the new 5th hero on Sprout. I simply just haven't seen any news about it. For this round, Kinguin yet again with decent economy, at least enough money to go for a full buy. Miho moving in close towards the balcony, but 4 players on the A bomb side, only 1 over towards B. Yet another good read here for Sprout, yet an easy round. 3 players staying alive, Miles managing to stay alive for Kinguin as well, holding on to the AK-47, but it's not good enough. They need some rounds on the board. 7-0 for Sprout. I must admit that's not what I expected. I did expect Sprout to take the victory here against Kinguin. I simply just think they're the better team. And I think they are... Now this is just me sort of drawing my own conclusions, but I think that there's a good chance that Kinguin are having communication problems, considering that they got 3 players from Poland and they have 2 players from Portugal. That is always gonna be a bit of an issue, whether you like it or not. I know some of the Polish players on Kinguin are having issues with the English language. We've seen that in the past. They might have been better, or they might have gotten better at it. Hopefully so. But that could definitely be a big hindering in Kinguin's success going forward. This time around it's looking much better for Kinguin, let's put it like that, but Innocent in a good position with the AWP. He finds Rellin. Now a 2-on-3 retake situation here for Sprout. We're stuck on Rellin for some weird reason. Miles on the middle of this side, but taking good damage from the Molly. Crystal chimes in with a few shots on the AK-47. Will take him down. Good flashbang as well. Catching Fox completely blind, but the timing is not in Crystal's favor. Fox shuts him down. Innocent with the AWP moving in close towards the site. Does manage to find the kill on Miles, but Fox answers back. Triple for Fox for this one. And finally, Kinguin on the scoreboard. I see we're having a few issues with the chat right now. Whereas, if someone new tunes into the stream, it pops up with a little message. I don't know how that's on. I haven't enabled it. And I'm trying to figure out how to disable it right now, so be patient, please. Beautiful kill here from NATO Sapphics, completely blinded. Finds Mutts, the AWP, finds the second as well on Mouse. Speedy chiming in with one onto Miku. Dennis, he finds one of his own. Speedy with the double, NATO with the double, Dennis with one. 8-1 for Sprout, and 4 players staying alive. Found it. I found it. Crisis averted. It should be disabled now. I apologize about that. I see we have a lot of a lot of spam in the chat due to every new player getting a little shout out, or every new viewer rather getting a bit of a shout out. Eight 1 for Sprout as mentioned, and Kinguin once again gonna be on these upgraded pistols. Dennis, nice and easy spray down, gets a nice double. Speedy reacts in time to Miku pushing over towards the archway, gets the double, looking for the third. Mouse will get the trade, but Crystal already in good position by Speedway, shuts him down. 9-1 for Sprout. Kinguin, this is not looking good. Kinguin used to be one of the top contenders in Poland. Used to be able to compete at least in these tier 2, tier 3 matches. He used to be able to compete with pretty much any team. They've obviously undergone a few changes in the past. Most recently getting Fox and Mutt on their team. The 2 Portuguese players. Crystal with the timing again, going for that aggression. Even though he gets dinked down to 8 HP, pulls down Mouse 1, finds yet another for the double. Speedy with the triple. A 2-man ace yet again. Sprout looking absolutely flying. 10th round on the board, and this is looking, to be honest with you, way more one-sided than I would like. I'm a big sucker for matches that are fairly equal and fairly intensive, competitive all throughout them. This one, at least for the time being, we can't really say that this has been intense. There's been a few rounds where Kinguin could have taken it, didn't manage to. Came down to one-on-one situations, but in the end, Sprout, they're just looking absolutely brilliant. I apologize about that. Guess my overlay wasn't configured for Counter-Strike. That's how it goes when you play other games as well. Whoops. Fox. This time around he opens up nicely, but Speedy with the aggression in apps. Gets the trade. Rallen has taken a decent amount of damage as well. He goes down to roughly 50. Sprout. Still firing on all cylinders. Innocent. Does manage to find one over towards Speed. Speedy taking a bit of damage over towards A. NATO Sapphics. He knows that Mouse is all alone, but Mouse reacts in time. NATO Sapphics goes down, and now it's going to be all on Speedy. 1-on-2 situation. We've seen him clutch situations like these before. I'm interested in the economy here, because I want to see how big of an incentive there is for him to take this one. Obviously, they can be more than happy with just 10 rounds on their CT side, but they want more. Mouse taking a lot of damage from the fire and the flames, but he prevails. Finds the headshot on Speedy in the end with 10 HP left. Only one player surviving for Kinguin, and that's going to be an issue going forward. They still don't really have any money to work with. Sprout's still in a good position. Plenty of money for another buy. They even go for the double up setup yet again. Innocent and Native Sapphics. Second round on the board for Kinguin. About time that they got another round on the board. The question is, can they accumulate some more? Because they definitely need it, desperately. If they may get a 10-5 half, it's definitely doable. 13-2, 12-3, 11-4. That's going to be tough. Need the final 3 rounds here, Kinguin. You give them a better opportunity of getting back into the action, getting back into the game. That's a good opening. That's a nice start to the round at least. Fox finding Native Sapphics, looking for Crystal, and he will find it. Fox, the Portuguese Auber, been playing for a bunch of different teams in the past, have had a lot of turmoil on those teams. Now he's trying to help out Kinguin. Definitely a brilliant Auber. That being said, as I mentioned a bit earlier, Poland and Portuguese, not languages that are close to each other, and that could be an issue going forward. Hope it's not. Hope for the sake of the team that they're pretty good at English, so they can communicate, find the issues, resolve them as quickly as possible, and bring this one back. Make it more competitive for us to watch. Innocent left alone, 1-on-4. Goes down to Mouse. Third round on the board for Kinguin. Do have a bit of a pause, as you can see. While we're sitting on this pause, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And do a bit of self-promotion, if you don't mind. Well, if you mind, I'm sorry, I don't really care, I'm going to do it anyways. My name is GieTe, as mentioned. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that follow button here on ESL_GieTe. You're also more than welcome to follow my main channel, where I'm going to be streaming pretty much every single day. I have a challenge running on my main channel right now. That's simply GieTe here on Twitch, or you can find me on Twitter at official_GieTe. I'm sure one of my lovely moderators can help post that in the chat. As I mentioned, a bit of a pause, but we should have that resolved quickly and get back into the action. Meantime, we can talk a little bit about the matches going on tonight. The matches I will be covering tonight, to give you guys an idea of what you can expect for tonight. Obviously, we got this one, Sprout versus Kinguin. Right after this one, we have AAA versus Red Reserve, also in a best of 1. Later on tonight, at 10 o'clock. So in 2.5 hours from now, we got Stiffmeister versus Devisen, also in a best of 1. Those are the 3 matches I'll be covering for you guys tonight, and I hope you guys will Hope you guys will stick around. Chill out with me to watch. Let's be honest, not as good Counter-Strike as we've been watching in the major during the weekend, but at least not awful either. For this round, Kinguin opening up nicely. That's going to be Miles finding the frag on Innocent over towards B. Kinguin still haven't completely decided what to do, but it seems, considering that the bomb is moving in towards Apps, that they want to go for an explosive approach. What I like to call the waterfall strat, where you just rush into pit from that balcony area, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Flashing towards the side, NATO Safix does manage to find one on Mutt, but Radon with a quick trade. Speedy looking for the frag on Fox. Won't find it, can't find the connection on Mihu either. Fox, as I said, he's a pretty good arbor. That reaction shot definitely cements that. Dennis left on his lonesome 1-on-4 situation. And as mentioned a bit earlier, 10-5 is definitely doable for Kinguin. They might be able to bring this one back in the second half and make it a bit more interesting for us to watch at home. Already gonna make it 10-4 and putting Sprout on the back foot. As you can see, Sprout's economy is not that great. And he's trying his absolute greatest to hold on to this M4. You will be able to drop an SMG for one of the players, give them a bit more utility to work with. Or even a FAMAS, actually. It is going to be the final round of the first half. Kinguin looking for that elusive 5th round. We're a bit late to the party, but now they're finally showing up. Maybe someone opened up a pack of Doritos. Or brought on the Mountain Dews. As you can see, obviously, Kinguin with the best opportunity in this one. Fox completely blinded. Gets the timing right. NATO Safix goes down. Dennis does manage to find the trade on Fox, but Mihu, long distance tap work. Finds the return frag. Beautiful headshot. 3-on-4. Mentioned Sprout. Don't really have that much equipment to work with for this one. Rallen finding the frag on sorry about that, a bit of a cough drop. Miho and Rallen finding the final 2, and indeed the 5th round on the board here for Kinguin, very important for their survival in this match, so to speak. Trying to bring it back. Making it 10-5 is definitely way more doable and gives them a bigger opportunity going forward than would it have been 11-4 just, or anything worse than that. Players are readying up for the second half. I think we're now going to be on CT side, Sprout on T side. Saw someone in the chat saying that I shouldn't do the Mountain Dew and Dorito joke. I agree with you, that joke should have been bet ages ago. But just want to mention that at every event where Mountain Dew is a sponsor, they always bring Doritos, so they're well aware of the joke themselves. You actually get free Dorito if you buy a Mountain Dew. Now you know. I don't... Pretty useless information, but now you know. Sprout doing pretty much what Kinguin did on their first pistol on T side. Flashing towards the side. Ooh, works absolutely perfectly. Dennis, that's a nice shot on Fox. NATO Safix finds Mutt close towards the side. And now it's going to be a 3-on-5 trying to retake towards A. It's definitely not easy to retake. Miles and Renan, they find one each. Renan actually through the smoke gives them a better opportunity of bringing this one back. NATO Safix re-smoking. It's not a perfect smoke. It's a pretty big gap on the left-hand side of it. Renan trying to find anything at all through that gap. NATO Safix sitting close towards the site, trying to hold on to it. But he's going to go down to Renan through the smoke. Speedy from pit. Innocent as well. But I don't think they have an angle on the bomb. Oh, Speedy does. Mouse goes down. Renan going for the aggression. Speedy will shut him out. 11th round. Sprout. Kinguin, very, very good attempt on the retake, but unfortunately not quite enough. It's going to be a false buy here for Kinguin. C-set 75s. 4 of them. A deagle on Mihu. Tiny amount of utility as well. 2 smoke grenades, a flash and a nade. A nade deals a decent amount of damage on Innocent. Takes him down to just above 50 HP. Bomb is dropped over in Mexi Pits. Means that even though we got 3 players up close towards B, Sprout haven't decided what to do just yet. Crystal up close towards middle, does manage to find one on Fox, but a quick trade coming in from Fox. Countryman Mutt. Just like that, Sprout deciding, you know what, I'm gonna make it back towards A, and that's a brilliant decision. 3-man stack over towards B. There's only 1 player left towards A, that's gonna be Mutt, but he does have an SMG. Good opening, finds the frag on Speedy, but Dennis with a quick trade. Miles going for the fast aggression with the rest of his teammates. But NATO Safix lining them up nicely. Beautiful double headshot. Can he make it a triple? Not a headshot, but he gets the frag anyways. Mihu falls. 12th round for Sprout. And NATO Safix doing God's work alongside Speedy. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. It will show you that NATO Safix is sitting at the top in terms of points here in the second half. In terms of kills, we got Speedy on 19, NATO Safix on 15, 13 for Crystal, 12 for Innocent, and 10 for Dennis. On the other side, Fox on 12, 11 for Mihu, Rallen on 10, 9 for Mouse, and Mutt on 5. Time around it is going to be a full eco here for Kinguin. Only a tiny amount of upgraded pistols, and Dennis farming the money. Tribble with the SMG, that's going to help him going forward. You can see he's already sitting just below 6,000. And they might be considering using this as a bit of a bonus round, holding on to the 2 SMGs. Developing that bank even further. 13-5 already. Sprout looking to make this one a quick match. It is Monday after all. They might be tired after school or work. That being said, I actually think that they're fully supported by this Sprout organization. I'm not entirely sure about their wages. Just 3 more for Sprout to close this one out. Kinguin, if they want to close this one out in regulation, they need 11 rounds while only giving 1 away to Sprout. That's going to be pretty much mission impossible. My colleague Babam would have said. He would have also put on the Mission Impossible theme song. I don't have that ready. So for anyone who's a lover of his style of casting, I apologize. Very early 1-for-1 trade. Mouse, he hears one player in towards CT and he reacts nicely. Crystal falls in the meantime. The rest of Sprout trying to make their way over towards B. Innocent still lurking towards A. Will find the frag gun mod. Spitty finds the opening on Mihu. Mouse up close. Oh, that's beautiful! He gets the double, both of them being headshots. NATO, Sapphics, and Speedy goes down. And just in time to deny the bomb plant and secure the round for Kinguin. 6th round on the board. It's brilliant. Beautiful work from Mouse. But they have such a long way to go. Fitness has already taken a decent amount of damage. Oh, the spray down through the smoke! Crystal finding an opening over towards B. Innocent found a kill of his own. Now Relin. Oh, that's so good! Changing up his position, but Crystal spinning around in an erratic manner, managing to pick up the frag. Crystal in pit, Mouse takes him down, Mouse low on HP, just down to 8. NATO Sapphics trying to mask the fact that he jumped down from the side with that shot. Mihu already in good position over by the porch side of A. NATO Sapphics goes down. Kinguin, sorry. Finding yet another round. 7th on the board. As mentioned, they needed 11 while only giving 1 to Sprout. Now they still need 9 while only giving 1 to Sprout. It's gonna be a tough task. It's doable. We've seen it done before. We've actually seen 15-0 comebacks. Even in Tier 1 Counter-Strike. Everything is possible, which is why I love this game so much. A game is never over until the final round has been played. I mean, it sort of makes sense, right? Can't count anyone out, no matter how far they're behind. Kinguin doing their absolute best and brightest at this point to make it back into the game. And as I mentioned a bit earlier, to make it a bit more competitive and a bit more exciting for us to watch. Bro, they just need 2 more to at least secure themselves overtime. 3 more to close out the map. Innocent and NATO Sapphics do pretty good kills here. They are on a bit of a low buy. Some upgraded pistols. I guess actually a force buy. Well, not really. They're saving a good amount of money for the upcoming. Oh, that's a nice shot by Spitty. Don't know why I turned into Mr. Santa Claus. 4-on-2 situation. Mihu and Relin rushing back towards that A-bomb site. NATO Sapphics going for the plant in the middle of the site. Grenade, we saw it at the major this time around. It's not as fruitful. Mihu and Relin Seems like they've already decided to fall back and see if they can hold on to their weapons. Not the worst idea for sure. 2-on-4 is not easy, especially not towards the A-bomb site. That's going to be 14-7, Sprout. They just need one more to secure overtime as a bare minimum. Now Kinguin, they can't afford to make any more mistakes. They need 9 rounds in a row to take this one in regulation. Sprout winning on a bit of a low buy. That's not gonna sit well with the Kinguin team, I'm sure. It's gonna hurt a little bit. I'm confused. Is Mutt only playing with a USP right now? Okay. I guess he wanted the utility. Lining up with the utility over towards the B-bomb side. It's a 2-2 setup here for Kinguin. Sprout with a one-man advantage. Lining up with the utility towards A as well. They haven't quite decided what to do. As you can see, the bomb is still close towards Mexipit. Miles and Mihu's still patiently waiting for any approach towards B. They get the information, no one is approaching A just yet. Haven't seen anyone towards A, so just stick around for now. Exactly what they're gonna do. Dennis up close towards Pool. Mouse finds the frag on Dennis. Mihu, what are you doing, buddy? Innocent takes him down without a fight, pretty much. 3-on-4. Oh, that's a good boost. Good boost! Great approach from Mutt. Innocent goes down as the first. Finds the bomb planter as well. Wow. Mutt bringing it back from nothing. That round should have been over. Beautiful boost in CT. And Kinguin, the dream is still alive. It's not over yet. For this one, there's still just going to be enough money here for Kinguin to manage. Obviously, they won the previous round, but they still don't really have that much utility. They've already used pretty much most of it, or pretty much all of it, actually. Fox sitting on a FAMAS as well. It's doing alright with the AWP on the T side. Hasn't had the chance to bring it out on the CT side just yet. It's gonna cost him as he goes down to Dennis. Rallen finds the kill on Speedy. Crystal takes care of him, but Mutt with the trade. Dennis, good approach from the archway. Mouse is going to be left alone. 1-on-3 situation, more or less mission impossible at this point. Does manage to find the frag on Dennis. I think Dennis was tapped out right there. At least that's my only explanation as to why he didn't react at all. Mouse taking a lot of damage. Nadosafix spraying through the smoke, and so does Innocent, but it will be Nadosafix to take him down in the end. 15-8, Sprout have already secured, as a bare minimum, overtime for this one. I think it's safe to say that they're going to close this one out in a matter of a few rounds. Maybe even in this one, considering that Kinguin, again, their economy is not great. 3 CZ-75s, a UMP on Mihu, and a Scout on Fox. Once again, right after this game, we have another match coming up. That's going to be AAA versus Red Reserve, sorry. We got the young talent Saibu playing a game against Red Reserve from Sweden. We're stuck on mouse, and I think that can only mean one thing. I think this is going to be over. A lot of damage dealt towards Innocent, Dennis, and Crystal, though. Innocent up close towards the smoke. Renan getting boosted. Innocent decides to go through the smoke, but Fox in a good position with the Scout. Renan trying his best and brightest. Native Sapphix through the smoke takes him down. Dennis finds Mutt. It's gonna be all on Fox. Does manage to find one more on Crystal. Silver lining is Dennis is low on HP. Speedy. He goes down, but Native Sapphix answers back. Just like that. A ring around the rosy there towards the end. 16-8. Sprout will take the victory over Kinguin. GG, well played. Once again, I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in. Coming up next, it will be AAA versus Red Reserve. After just a few minutes. We'll send it over to a break. I hope you guys will stick around for the next one. But have a beautiful Monday. I'll see you guys next time.